Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction of mine, and it's my honor to speak on this platform. Today I'm presenting a paper. My topic is dry cupping therapy versus acupressure on intensity of pain in postpartum females with perineal pain. So first of all, what is called perineal pain? So perineal pain is a major morbidity in the first few days after the delivery. Overall, 1/5 of the female population experience this. Perineal trauma has been reported comfort up to 10 days after natural vaginal delivery in 63% of vaginal deliveries, 15% of episiotomies, and 46% of spontaneous ruptures, and 2% of spontaneous ruptures accompanied by episiotomies. Now, because of that pain, post-delivery, patient will feel perineal pain, and because of that, patient will get difficulty in sitting, prolonged sitting, sitting to standing, and supine to sitting. All mobility will be reduced because of pain, and again it may cause discomfort. While urination and defecation has negative effect on breastfeeding, interferes with the woman's taking care of themselves on their babies, and leads to maternal depression and fatigue. So because of that, now taking care of the baby will be the essential thing to do at that time, and because of less mobility and perineal pain, that taking care of baby will be limited, and it might get difficult for the woman to take care of the baby, and because of that, maternal depression, frustration, and fatigue may occur. Moreover, perineal pain and long-lasting pain during the puerperium can have a long-term effects such as painful intercourse up to more than 18 months after the delivery. Georgina in 2001 et al. Conducted a randomized control trial in Australia in order to investigate the effect of perineal massage in second stage of labor on labor outcomes. In that study, the two groups were similar regarding the rate of healthy perineum, types 1 and type 2 ruptures, and episiotomy. The more intense the pain lead to higher number of using treatment methods. Due to the fact that regardless of the incidence of rupture, most of the women experience the perineal pain in the first days of the puerperium, pain relief intervention can be used for them. So this intervention include pharmacological options. So first is the medical management with the pharmacology. So drugs can be given such as paracetamol, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, aspirin, and naproxen, and opioids, as well as non-pharmacological methods such as subcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation, massage, and using local ice pack. Yes, now the role of physiotherapy comes here. I explain medical management, and in physiotherapy ice pack can be given, and electrotherapy can be given, massage can be given, but apart from that we have different techniques with which proper improvement can be there. So in this study I have included cupping therapy and the acupressure therapy. In cupping therapy, so let's see the effect of cupping. So cupping therapy is as an intervention. So cupping therapy is a type of physical therapy which is highly important in treatment of diseases, particularly painful syndromes. Cupping therapy removes the extra fluids, loosens and moves up the connective tissue joints, direct the blood flow towards the skin and muscles, and stimulates the peripheral nervous system and reduces pain. Cupping was performed by two trained in cupping and clinical setting, which has been used in treatment of pain and different diseases. This therapy is an ancient medical technique in Europe, Asia, and Middle East culture. Each of the different techniques of glass creates a suction cup on the painful area. Dry on fire cupping is used for normal skin, intact skin, while in the so-called wet and bloody skin, the skin is cut. Cupping is applied to increase the local blood flow and lymph circulation and to relieve the painful muscle tension. So this is about the cupping therapy. So in perineal pain, patient position will be prone lying, and we have to apply that vacuumed cup on the point. So in BL 23 point, which is located on the lateral side of lumbar area, Acupressure as an intervention. So acupressure is also another branch of acupuncture. In this method, fingers are used for pressing the key points on the skin in order to stimulate and induce the body's natural self-healing capabilities. In the present study, BL23 point, which is located 1.5 cuns lateral to the lower border of spinous process of the second lumbar vertebra, was employed. Due to the location of this point, the cup can be correctly placed on a flat space and acupressure can be appropriately applied. Now, this point has been used in treatment of pain syndromes such as low back pain, knee pain, genital pain, gynecological disorders such as infertility, irregular menstruation, chronic vaginal discharges, and insomnia. So, furthermore, acupressure leads to improvement in blood circulation and energy flow, balance between yin-yang symbols, secretion of neurotransmitters, activation of opioid system, and removal of lactic acid and carbon monoxide accumulation in the body during muscle contraction. So, thus, it maintains the body's natural function and reduces the pain. Considering the high frequency of women suffering from this pain in Iran and other countries around the world, and due to the limited number of clinical trials on cupping, the present study aimed to link the science to the traditional medicine. Used. So in traditional medicine used with this aims and objectives, a comparison of the effect of dry cupping therapy versus acupressure on intensity of pain postpartum females with perineal pain. In materials and methods, study design. So experimental study was done for 2 weeks in 30 subjects with convenience sampling in hospital in India. An experimental study with convenience sampling method on 30 females, and nature of the study was being explained thoroughly to the subjects. Written informed consent was obtained from the subject prior to the study, all the subjects fulfilling the inclusion and exclusion criteria, and after that they were divided into 2 groups, cupping therapy group and acupressure group. After at least 4 to 8 hours of delivery, cupping intervention was performed. In the intervention in group A, cupping therapy intervention 15 to 20 minutes up to 3 times other day was given, and it was conducted by researchers, but for 3 weeks under supervision of a professional advisor. Necessary training was performed and cupping therapy was approved by the researchers. Cupping therapy is done in 2 forms of dry and wet cupping. Our study was conducted through dry cupping. The patient was laid in prone position. Cupping was performed as follows: 3 to 4 glasses with diameters of 75 to 120 mm for obese and lean subjects. Were held interweight over BL23 points. A glass cup was utilized to create suction over a painful area. As the air inside the cups were cooled, vacuums were created drawing up with the skin which each cup. The glasses were removed after 10 to 20 minutes depending on the color of the circular so-called cupping marks, which range from slightly rose to dark pink. Cupping was performed on alternate days. It was hypothesized that specific changes in the local tissue structures occur as a result of local negative pressure on the cups used, which stretches on the nerve and muscle, thereby increasing the blood and lymphatic circulation on causing autohemolysis and relieves painful muscle tension. In group B, acupressure was given. So on the other group, acupressure was applied on for 15 to 20 minutes. In acupressure based on clockwise model, the researchers placed the pressure points BL23, which is thumb, and counterclockwise direction for 5 minutes. In second 5 minutes, pressure was applied for 5 minutes on the opposite direction. Similarly, the pressure continued for 20 minutes. In fact, the pressure log took about 20 minutes twice in hospital and once after the discharge. Yes, for outcome measure, pain questionnaire, McGill pain questionnaires were taken. So the short form of McGill pain questionnaire were completed in the 3 study groups before 2 weeks after the intervention. The questionnaire is one of the most reliable pain assessment tools, allowing the patient to express their perception of pain using appropriate words. The short form of McGill questionnaire consisted 11 items in the sensory dimension and 4 items in emotional dimension, and the patient have to identify the pain quality through 4 options of none, mild, average, severe. In the study conducted by Bagheri et al. 2007 on 78 patients who had undergone open surgery of lower extremity fracture in Imam Hussein Hospital, and the reliability and validity of the question and the study of Bagheri et al. Was also the basis of present study. This is the analysis. So in table number 1, group A and group B were given, and group C were given combination of treatment were given in that, and that ANOVA and post-hoc Ben-4NE test was there. ANOVA test was for in between the group results, and post-hoc Ben-4NE test is for within group results. These are the results. So in the result, it shows that combination group shows the maximum effects in pain reduction. The study aimed to investigate the therapeutic effect of cupping therapy, stimulation of the body points, application on pressure, on intensity of postpartum perineal pain. According to the study result, the mean intensity of postpartum perineal pain in cupping therapy group compared to the control group, control means combination group, reduced. The difference was statistically significant. So in the other study also supports this article that yes, acupressure and the cupping therapy is effective in minimizing the perineal pain. In acupressure group, the mean intensity of perineal pain reduced. The differences among intervention and control groups were statistically significant. The method is based on the assumption that spatial human body channels called meridians adjust the energy flow imbalance. In this flow results the incidence of diseases. However, acupressure results in opening of the channel as well as balance in the energy flow. Consequently, it restores the human health. This might have caused significant reduction in the intensity of perineal pain in acupressure group in this study. The mean of the sensory dimension of perineal pain intensity in the cupping therapy group decreased, and differences were statistically significant. Cupping therapy directs the blood flow towards the skin and muscles and stimulates the perineal peripheral nervous system. It also stimulates the autonomic nervous system through mediating the immune as well as neurohormone symptoms, and eventually reduces the patient's pain. On the other hand, the mean of the sensory dimension of perineal pain intensity in acupressure group decreased. However, no significant difference was found compared to the cupping therapy group. So, acupressure plays a key role in releasing endogenous endorphins and preventing the transfer of pain signal to hypothalamus through replacement of the pressure messages and in the pain control valves. This causes the patient not feel lonely and to be emotionally supported by the therapist. Up to now, the finding of various studies have supported the use of traditional medicine in treatment of diseases, and no complication has been reported in this regard to affect its efficiency and safety. So in this study, the intensity of pain decreased in both intervention group, but a significant reduction of pain was found in the cupping therapy group. Both cupping therapy and acupressure can be considered as effective method, and most effective will be combination of the technique. Both the technique we can apply to have greater results. So at a conclusion, yes, the finding of present study showed that the postpartum pain reduced in both intervention group, but a significant reduction was found in the cupping therapy group. Therefore, both cupping therapy and acupressure can be considered as effective method for reduction of postpartum anxiety in postpartum pain, and because of that anxiety also will be reduced. So of course further studies are required to conduct an issue in other to confirm the results. So thank you so much. So this is my conclusion. Yes, acupressure or cupping therapy can be used for greater effects in the post perineal pain. Thank you so much.